1974 was packed with iconic rock, soul, and pop radio staples. But some of its catchiest hits came from artists who only had one shot in the spotlight. Here are 10 one-hit wonders from 1974 that still deserve a spin. Number 10, The Lord's Prayer by Sister Janet Mead. A single TV taping turned curiosity into momentum when The Lord's Prayer made its way onto U.S. variety shows in 1974. Sister Janet Mead, an Australian nun, cut the track in Sydney with producer Martin Erdman, blending a contemporary pop sound with sacred text. Initially intended for local Australian audiences, this bold adaptation caught American attention when it aired nationally, making hymns suddenly radio-friendly for secular listeners. Released by A&M Records, the track benefited from its crossover appeal and quickly became one of the few religious-themed songs to make a splash in mainstream pop. It moved up the charts briskly, reaching number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1974, a first for a Catholic nun since the 1960s. Her unique approach proved a surprising success, combining genuine spirituality with the global reach of pop radio. Number 9, Life is a Rock, But the Radio Rolled Me by Reunion. Papersleeve promos hit retailers the week Reunion's only single landed in 1974, and the cut immediately stood out with its rapid-fire delivery. Studio musicians in New York, working for RCA, laid down layers of references to radio icons and jingles, capturing a snapshot of pop culture's golden age. The band itself was a studio creation, guided by producers Paul DeFranco and Norman Dolph. Their playful tribute to radio's bygone heroes resonated with DJs, but presented a challenge to listeners trying to keep up with the non-stop wordplay. Despite its novelty status, the track caught on, partly thanks to savvy promotion and its infectiously catchy chorus. It peaked at number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1974, ensuring its spot in radio history even as the group faded as quickly as it arrived. Number 8, Please Come to Boston by Dave Loggins.
My cafe where I hope to be working soon.
Cut at Quadraphonic Sound Studio with producer Jerry Crutchfield. The single found Dave Loggins blending folk storytelling with understated production.
I still need a lean-to. I need somebody I can.
Released in 1974 by Epic Records, Loggins' gentle ballad rode a wave of soft rock airplay, thanks to its evocative arrangement and Loggins' plaintive vocals.
She just said no. Boy, would you come home to me?
The subtle pedal steel lines and organic instrumentation highlighted the Nashville recording environment, setting the tone for singer-songwriter breakthroughs later in the decade. Despite Loggins being relatively unknown at the time, the song's emotional pull and melodic simplicity struck a chord with both pop and country audiences. Impressively, it reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1974, remaining one of the best-remembered ballads of the year, even as Loggins himself never returned to the top of the charts.
I'm the number 1 fan of the man from Tennessee.
Number 7, Beach Baby. Number 6, The Night Chicago Died by Paper
In the
Lace.
heat of a summer night.
Signed to Mercury Records, the band rolled out a single just as American fascination with gangster lore reached its peak in 1974.
Yes, indeed.
The Night Chicago.
Paper Laces, The Night Chicago Died was actually crafted in the UK by songwriters Peter Callander and Mitch Murray, who imagined Prohibition-era Chicago from afar. The band recorded at Strawberry Studios in Stockport, England, using session musicians to chase a punchy sound.
Forgetting all the words she said.
Despite its fictionalized story, the song's pulsing beat and dramatic arrangement clicked with listeners on both sides of the Atlantic. It became the British group's only major U.S. hit, soaring to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1974, even though locals in Chicago scratched their heads at the details. The single became an instant radio staple and the band's transatlantic calling card.
Hillside, the battle raging all around. The sergeant.
We're halfway through, and the sounds of 1974 are already bringing back some deep cuts. Which of these songs did you grow up with? Or maybe discover years later on a dusty record or random playlist? Got a favorite one hit wonder we didn't include? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear the songs that stuck.
Open wide, and my daddy stepped inside, and he kissed my mama's face.
Number 5, Be Thankful for What You Got by William Devaughn.
Just be thankful.
A late-night session left the take loose enough to breathe, and the groove of Be Thankful for What You Got became irresistible.
Brothers and sisters, you can still.
William Devaughn, originally a government worker, cut his soulful anthem at Sigma Sound Studios in Philadelphia with producer John Davis and members of the legendary MFSB collective.
Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac.
The resulting recording was released by Roxbury Records and quickly spread through urban radio, thanks to its laid-back arrangement and positive message. Its mellow bass line and relaxed vocals made it stand apart from the disco trends starting to dominate the airwaves. The record soared to remarkable popularity, peaking at #4 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1974. Though Devaughn would never replicate its success, his classic endures wherever smooth soul is spun. Number 4, TSOP, The Sound of Philadelphia by MFSB. Engineer Joe Tarsia kept an accident in the mix, a wobble that became the signature introduction on TSOP, The Sound of Philadelphia. Recorded at Philadelphia's iconic Sigma Sound Studios, MFSB's instrumental anthem featured the vocal group The 3 Degrees and was released by Philadelphia International Records. Conceived by producers Kenneth Gamble and Leon Huff, TSOP set a gold standard for disco and soul-funk crossovers, doubling as the theme for TV's Soul Train. The record's horn hooks and slick orchestration defined the Philly sound, while its infectious groove made it a favorite on both dance floors and top 40 stations alike. Unusually for an instrumental, TSOP reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1974, cementing the Philly soul movement's place at the mainstream table. Number 3, I Can Help by Billy Swan.
You need a hand, I can assure you this, I can help.
A terse memo from the label pushed one more single to radio, just as Billy Swan's patience nearly ran out.
Holding me tight, telling me everything.
Recorded in a single day at RCA Studio B in Nashville with Swan himself, producing I Can Help blended rockabilly flavor with country soul, highlighted by the unmistakable sound of a Farfisa organ.
You got a problem, don't care what it is. You need a hand, I can assure you.
Swan's relaxed vocal performance speaks to the quick and efficient session, and the song's playful vibe quickly resonated with both pop and country audiences. Released by Monument Records, I Can Help found surprising crossover appeal, and soon was spinning in jukeboxes and radio stations nationwide. it proved unstoppable, climbing to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1974 and forever defining Swan as a one-hit wonder with charm.
If you got a problem, I don't care what it is, you need a hand, I can assure.
#2, Rock On by David Essex.
Wait, that's clear. Still looking for that blue
A
jean.
B-side rumor helped the A-side find daylight after Detroit started spinning it, giving David Essex's Rock On a second chance.
Girl I ever seen. See her shake on the movie screen. Jimmy.
Producer Jeff Wayne sculpted the single's haunting atmosphere at Advision Studios in London, spotlighting its minimalist bass line and Essex's ethereal delivery. The unusual arrangement and quirky use of echo set it apart from the glam hits then topping British charts.
Summertime blues. Jump up and down in your blue suede shoes. Hey.
Amateur buzz, boosted by a handful of adventurous American stations, soon gave way to a coast-to-coast reaction, especially after Columbia Records leaned in on promotion. Essex's only major U.S. breakthrough, Rock On, landed at #5 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1974, ensuring its place in pop history with a sound that doesn't quite echo any other hit from that year.
Which is a way that's clear. Still looking.
#1, Kung Fu Fighting by Carl Douglas.
Kung Fu fighting. Those kids were
Street-level airplay from New York crept outward until program directors noticed the infectious beat of Kung Fu Fighting. K saw its unexpected potential and gave it a full release, which Capitol picked up stateside. The song's appeal proved universal and unstoppable, catapulting it to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1974. Douglas never replicated its impact, but his ode to Kung Fu left a permanent mark on disco history.